Hello everybody, I hope you had an amazing day today. I am Jason from the YouTube channel Jason Leroy. I was previously a nerdcore music media related songwriter. I use a AI platform called Suno to help produce my music. I've left that persona behind in 2024 and decided to pick up a more IRL type of content until I can get my hands on the right equipment, some would say, to create the musical content. Whereas I just feel more comfortable doing it with like a microphone and a beat I create, I guess. Which, creating a beat is generally one of my least favorite ideas in music creation. I really don't want to do that because I don't think I'd be good at it, but that's a problem for a future me. Today, however, I'd like to go over a few things. First, welcome to the very first iteration of a Jason Reviews Literally Anything video. I don't really have a lot of requirements on what to review. And today I'm going to be reviewing the amazing Yamaguchi Dabi action figure as well as some new Adidas shoes I got. But first, I'd like to tell a little bit of story time. But before all of that, let's stay hydrated. Alright. So, our story begins yesterday when my Discord group chat was invaded by a friend who I'm pretty sure I've name dropped her before, but we'll just stick to her as the girl for now because anyone who didn't watch that original video, I'm not really into name dropping people by their actual names, so I'll probably just make up a name for her later on. Anyhow, this girl I had asked out previously. We were friends for what feels like most of the school year until I eventually decided to just break the big question and ask her to be my girlfriend. Now, for anyone thinking that this is going to take a unfortunate role for your boy, it didn't take it didn't take a rather unfortunate role. It didn't take a fortunate one either. It took more of a neutral route. The girl, she said that she doesn't really want to be dating anybody right now, but that she would think about it and that it wasn't necessarily a no. It was a maybe, teetering on yes, so I'm pretty confident, I guess you could say, that I will be eventually dating this specific girl in the future. Now, for a little bit of context, I've really only dated one girl back in preschool, so I don't really have a lot of dating experience, but from my mother's various ex-boyfriends, I know what to do and what not to do. Now, so this girl was invited to the server most likely by one of her best friends who also happens to be dating my brother. Now, this girl, she and I, we're friendly with each other, and as soon as she began talking, the first thing I did was correct her grammar. Cause I'm that type of guy to correct literally anything I see wrong in grammar wise. It helps me to become an author, I think. So, we were going back and forth with that. And then I was talking to the entire group chat about a book that I really liked called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. If you have never read it, please go read it. It is a pretty interesting book for anyone that doesn't like to read. It's basically a book about well, spoilers. It's basically a book about an AI called Am overtaking the world and torturing these 5 people. Anyway, there's a line in the book called Cogito ergo sum. I think I pronounced that right. It is Latin. It is a Latin phrase, and it translates to I think, therefore I am. Now, I think, therefore I am is a philosophical discussion, I guess, a philosophical statement, rather, about how to be considered existent, to be considered alive, you must have the ability to to think about things, to understand the world around you, and to contemplate. It's like, it sounds a lot like compliment, but it just means thinking things over. Anyhow, so I shared this with the group chat, and one of my friends sent me a personal message on in me and their private discussions, our private chat page where no one else could see because it's direct messages. And they sent me a message saying, trying to woo the lady with some Latin, huh? So they were teasing me about that. Anyhow, later on, me and the girl I had a crush on and asked out, we continued to correct each other's grammar. I actually sent her a direct message when we were exchanging private messages, and I told her that I find people who can correct others' grammar to be attractive. Obviously, I'm not attracted to anyone who does that. I just said that to be a bit flirtatious, I guess you could say. So, I guess that was hopefully going in my favor of swooning this one individual. Anyhow, so, that went well. I do believe Storytime is over. It only took about 8 minutes. I really do doubt that this video will be over 8 minutes long. Maybe if I just start talking really in depth about things and go completely off of topic at least 3 times, it might get over the 30-minute mark, which is not a personal goal or anything. I seriously don't care if this video is over 30 minutes or under 30 minutes. As long as it's longer than 10 minutes, I'm fine. I'm not getting paid for making these videos. Yeah. So, our first thing to review is this box. It's a pretty cool box. It came with a set of shoes in it. Now, full disclosure, when I show inside of this box, it is not how this box originally came. I wear these shoes to school. I got them yesterday, so this is my first time wearing them, which I did get complimented on them, so bear that in mind. But I had to put these shoes back into this box because I wanted to make it look more authentic. What's going on? Okay, so these are the Adidas. I do not know what I just know that they are Adidas. Honestly, going to be completely honest with you, These might be knockoff, and I'd have no idea, nor would I really care. To be honest, I'm not really. I don't think they're knockoff. I think that they're from the actual company there. Let's see if you can you see that? So these are pretty nice fitting. I'd say that they look pretty amazing. I love the black and white color scheme. It reminds me of the yin yang symbol and just some comic books and comic book and newspapers. For any people who really like shoes, I'm not going to be collecting shoes or anything. I'm just reviewing these ones because I got them yesterday and I just think they look cool. See, my opinion about shoes is that it doesn't matter what they are unless they have holes in them or they do not work. Otherwise than that, I seriously could care less about the manufacturing of my shoes. I'm not really a materialistic person in that sense. I more care about action figures. Anyhow, so I'd say that these shoes are a pretty good fit. I will say, however, that the tongue of the shoe keeps poking on my feet, which isn't really something I enjoy. Now, going completely off topic, what do you guys think people with a foot desire view shoes as? Because I know that there are some people out there who enjoy people with clothes on more than people without clothes. I'm one of those people. I don't really like seeing someone naked. I'm not going to go over what I like and what I don't like on here because I am a minor and this is YouTube. And like I said before, I think I said it, that privacy is one of the internet's best currencies. Now, I do believe that I did state that because I plan to state that. I had multiple drafts of this. It went from me reading to me just doing the Dabi one to me. I've had like 5 different drafts. This is probably the one I'm going to go through with. It's the longest one. All of them barely made a minute, so. They are a pretty tight fit. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Right. People who have a foot fetish. If you are watching this video, please tell me, change it up a little bit. What is it like to you when you see someone wearing shoes? Is it like a tease? When you see someone, I guess a tease would be when you see someone like wearing sandals, or like flip-flops, and showing all that skin. A tad bit revealing, don't you think? Do you care, the brand of shoes? If I have Walmart shoes, is it lazy clothing, a hoodie and some sweatpants? And if I have, premium grade $300 Nikes, is it the most extravagant dress you've ever seen? I have a lot of questions for people with less than socially acceptable desires. I just put my shoe on my table. I doubt anyone's gonna care. Here's the other one. Got inside the shoe. Give the camera a minute. Alright. What do y'all think? I'd say I like them pretty much. I have no idea how much they cost, and I actually kind of want to break them just a little bit so they aren't such a tight fit. Because, I like moving around, and I don't like things that restrict me. So really tight shoes that like restrict my feet make it pretty annoying. Also, just painful a little bit, if you understand what I'm trying to say there. Now my next review is this bag. There's nothing in it. This bag came from Aldi's. It's item replaced, money refunded. It took my item from me. Ladies and gentlemen, and the non-binary people out there, if you're watching this video, the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Todoroki Dabi action figure. I got this action figure for Christmas last year. I would say I'm a pretty big action figure connoisseur, which you will most likely disagree with me after I show the actual action figure, because I'm going to take it out of the box, not only out of the box, but out of the packaging, which is something I do routinely. 2 items just fell out. Not to fret. Give me 1 second. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. If anyone doesn't know, I'm struggling to pick. Fuck. Damn it. Come here. Oh. Okay. I got it. I'm going to be unboxing this a little bit off camera so I can show the actual figure first. Now, Toya Todoroki is one of my favorite anime characters and one of my favorite My Hero Academia characters. You can probably notice that because he's one of the only characters I've made more than 2 songs on. You can also probably guess my other favorite one, Tamura Shigaraki. Here he is. Now, I'd say he's a pretty small scale. I don't know if this is a scam or not, but compared to Revoltech's Venom and Carnage action figure, he's just a little bit shorter. It's not that much of a deal breaker. He's still handheld size and a bit bigger than my actual hand, actually. So, that's at least good. He's completely posable. I'm going to be very careful with these pieces because I actually broke both of them off. Yes, I know anyone who just likes action figures cringes. Now, I would say, I don't know how a wired cape would have looked like on him for this portion of it. I'm going to be very careful because I don't want to break off. However, I do like what they were going with here. Now, the figure itself is beautiful. Let's just be honest. Looks straight out of the anime. Now, if you notice right there, move his hand, that he has some slits in his pockets that actually allow him to put a certain hand mold in his pockets, which is genuinely some of the best design features I've actually ever seen in an action figure. And when I am older, I do plan, and when my characters from the comic series I plan to publish have action figures, I do plan to implement those action figures with that functionality. Now we get on to the separate head pieces. So, our first separate head piece is a we'll save that for later, is a separate head of white hair. Now his white hair does come off to change the faceplates. Now, I'm not going to be one to argue which is better, faceplates or different head sculpts. However, I will say I do think faceplates, if you plan to give a character, well, a figure, a lot of expressions, it can be very consuming with the amount of space you'll need for the head sculpts. Well, for the faceplates. It'll also be that for the head sculpts. But I do think that faceplates do save more plastic. That's the white hair in its entirety. Now, he comes with an agitated, well, a manically insane sort of laughing face there. Sorry, I'm a bit too close to the camera. I'll also show his. I dropped something again. I'm a bit clumsy nowadays. Ever since I lost my left labia. I don't even know if you have more than one labia. I don't even know what a labia is. Here's his black hair. I always thought that he had a mullet, kind of, but I don't know why I thought that. I technically have a mullet. The sides haven't been shaven a little bit, but I do think mullets have been coming more into season. And anyone who doesn't like a mullet can get out of this YouTube video, please. Because the only hairstyle you should probably hate is the reverse mohawk. Hold, please. He has the looking down with a smirk face. How many girls and boys do you think talk to character iBots of Dabi sexually? I'll bet you more than 1,000. So it's just clean a bit of dust off my computer. Yeah, I'm using a Chromebook as my camera. I don't have a professional camera. You probably could have told that based off the quality. We have I'm going to call this a smirking neutral face, which I'll say if I find another more suitable neutral face, but I'm going to call this the neutral face right here. But if it isn't the neutral face, I'll just call it a subtle smirk. Also, I must say, the level of design on this is impeccable. The scars are really well drawn in the eye bags. Oh, the eye bags are beautiful. We love a man with eye bags. We love a character with eye bags. Now this is a kind of like a smirk look off to the side. Here's a painfully happy, agitated expression. I'm saying agitated because I do believe Dabi is probably in some way mentally ill. And the way a lot of media shows mental illness is through maniacal happiness, which is not what mental illness is at all. It's something form of it, but mental illness is more a spectrum, I guess you could say. And now we have the happy looking over to the other side. So I am actually going to call that one face I was talking about for reference. Oh, I also dropped a face. Give me a second. But I'm going to call that the neutral face for now, but he comes with 7 heads. Yeah, to my knowledge. I might have lost a few pieces to this figure. This is a more neutral face because it's just like a lower form of the smirk. That is 7 alternate faces there. Next, we move on to alternate hands. Now, the Revoltech figure comes with a stand to hold your alternate hands, which I do appreciate. I do like that. Allows you to keep them in one place. Give me a second. I'm just removing the figure's hands. Okay, so the first one I'm going to be giving is these action hands. Hand set. It has these little pegs for the accessories, which I will show after this. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Next we have the past never dies hands. At least the ones that were used in that pose, in that panel. That's what I've associated these hands with. They do not have pegs. Unfortunately. Most things actually don't have holes allowing for pegs. And then we have something that I think every figure probably has. Fist hands for close hand combat. And we have 3 different miscellaneous hands, I guess you could say. Alright, so like I was saying before the edit, if I decide to edit that part out, I think I did decide to edit that part out. My brother walked into the scene. Y'all probably meet him in the future, but not right now. So there are 3 sets. Well, no, there's not 3 sets, but there is 3 miscellaneous hands. Now, one of them, this one, I'm pretty sure might have had another hand, but I'm pretty sure I lost it. I'm going to call this like a reaching out hand, like reaching for something. Next, we have the pointing hand. Final hand is the one I was talking about earlier. We have the... Now you may be asking, why does this look like a deformed chicken nugget? Because this is the hand you use to make sure that he can put his hand in his pocket. Now, I'm pretty sure that these were meant to come with 2, but I only have 1, so I lost the other one. I have no idea where it is, so that is pretty much unfortunate. Anyhow, now the accessories. Are not that bad. You'll get my view on accessories in a little bit. Anyone who was wondering, it comes with 8 hands. So we have this first blue flame effect. Second blue flame effect. And we have this flame tunnel effect, which actually can be taken apart. And then we have another one that can also be taken apart. And that gives us 4 blue flame attacks. These are not that hard to take apart and put back together. If you break them, that sucks for you. Just keep it somewhere else then. Most importantly, I'd say, and then it comes with this whoosh effect. And that is probably switched around, unfortunately. Alright guys, it has been real fun. However, I will say, this video is getting a bit long and I do need to edit a little bit out. So, have a damn good day. I might be posting later today, I might not, sorry for my chapped lips. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.